scared? Well, I was. Anyway, hello there, Nate Jackson, Criterion Collection Reviewer Guy here. Number 226. 226. Kaneda Shindo's Onibaba, or Demon Woman, or Demon Hag, however you will. Oh man, we are seriously hitting. We've hit like this huge. We've struck a nerve. We're hitting some really great movies this series. And we started off really rough with the Fassbenders and the Bergmans and all that, but we're hitting on some good ones, and this is another one. This is another great one, guys. 1964, 103 minutes, Japanese, and so I'm gonna give you the plot here. So if you haven't seen this movie, I mean, it's based on an old story, some Buddhist fable or something like that. Basically, it's about these two women who it's set in Japan, and it's these two women who live in a little hut, and it's during a war, and these soldiers would get lost in this field, and the women would kill them, throw them into this pit, in this hole, and steal their belongings, and they would be sold off to this guy who's his name, Ushi, and he would give them money or trade them for. Actually, no, he'd give them food, and so that's how they survive. Anyway, that's how they survive. And one day, this soldier comes by, or neighbor rather, and he comes by, and his name's Hachi, and he tells him, oh yeah, the older woman, their names, there's these two women, the older woman and the younger woman, we'll just call them that. The older woman is the younger woman's mother-in-law. The son went off to war. Her son went off to war. And Hachi comes back to tell her that her son's dead, and there's nothing he can do about it and all that. And so she gets upset and all that. And so they kind of become a trio, he messes with them and all that. And so they become sort of get involved with each other because they help kill these two soldiers they find in the water. And the younger woman and Hachi start messing around. She sneaks out of the village to go visit, or her hut to go visit Hachi, and they have sex in his hut. The older woman finds out and gets upset. She at first seduces Hachi, but then just says, please don't take my daughter-in-law away from me because I need her to help kill these soldiers, So anyway, so later on, while the older woman's alone, and this soldier comes by, and he's got a mask on. He's got this a demon mask on. And he asks her for help, and actually he forces her to help him. He has a sword or a spear, and he forces her to guide him out of the swamp and help him back to wherever he needs to go. And she tricks him by guiding him toward the hole. She jumps over, he falls in, and and while they're talking, he keeps talking about how beautiful he is and how much she wants to see his face. He's like, oh, if you're so beautiful, let's see what's under there. And he's like, you sure you want to? And so all that. And so yeah, anyway, so he's dead in the pit. She climbs into the pit and tries to take the mask off, and it takes forever, and she rips the mask off, and she finds out that he's actually really hideous. There's a lot of he's really disfigured. He's got sores and cuts and bruises all over his face. And so she takes the mask back with her, and she begins to start wearing the mask to scare her daughter-in-law away from having sex with Hachi. And so she, so the younger woman keeps finding her mother-in-law, and it's very frightening. She just kind of glides with all that, and she looks like a ghost or a real demon, or if demons are real, that is, or physical things rather. And so Hachi, says, "Oh, there's no such thing as demons," and all that, and then Hachi, goes back to his place and is killed by some guy who's waiting in his hut. And so anyway, the thrilling conclusion of all this is that the older woman finds out, once she's done scaring her daughter-in-law, she finds out that she can't get the mask off. She thinks it's, the because it was raining and she scared her in the storm, the water kind of shrunk the mask onto her face. And so when she finds her daughter-in-law, she's like, "Help me, help me, help me," and all that, because help me get the mask off. She's like, "No, you're a demon." She's like, "No, wait, no, it's me, me, your mother-in-law," and all that. And she's like, "Oh, all right, well, what do you need?" And I was like, "Well, it serves you right for scaring him and all that." And so, "No, please help me get the mask off." And so she takes the daughter-in-law takes this rock and tries to break at her face, and you see blood. You see blood like slowly drip down her neck, and it's like, ooh, that's the first chill. But the second chill is obviously when she breaks the mask open and her face. Now the older woman's face is completely disfigured, and that scared the living. It'll scare you into believing. So yeah. But however, the younger woman doesn't realize that it's the result of the mask. She thinks that the older woman is a demon. So she begins to run away, and she's like, "No, I'm not. I'm a real human being," and all that. And so runs over, and the younger woman jumps over the hole, and the older woman jumps. So she's like, "I'm real big, bang, bang," and then that's how the movie ends. That's it. You don't see it. You don't know if she falls into the hole or not, or she makes it. But that's it. That's all you get. And I thought it was bloody fantastic. I was checking the time to see how much time was left, and I was like, "Oh, this is how it's gonna end. This is seriously how it's gonna end. She's gonna chase him." And I thought, "Oh, she's gonna fall in the hole," but no, you don't see her fall in the hole. And it's one of those ambiguous endings. See, unlike a crappy movie like that Fassbinder ambiguous ending, this is one where it's like it grabs your attention so much that you're like, you know what? I'm okay with it. It's driven to a conclusion where you feel satisfied about making your own decision. Whereas, Maria Braun, that's it. Maria Braun is just like, seriously, wait, what happened? Wait, but there's so many ambiguous moments in that movie that, for it to end on an ambiguous moment, have an ambiguous ending is just way too much. So, there you are. So, it's a fantastic film. The score is brilliant. Score is done by a guy named Hikaru Hayashi. And, Shindo, great director. I don't think we haven't seen anything else by him, I don't think. And I don't know if we're going to see anything else by him. Let's find out if we have any other films by him. Shindo. Is this our first? This is our first film, and our second. We have two films actually. One will be in season 5 a few years from now. Kuroneko, number 584. So that'll be much later though. And yeah. So anyway, that's the movie. It's a fantastic horror film, very erotic. If you like Japanese women's breasts, then they sleep topless a lot in the movie. And there's a lot of sex in the movie too. So if you're into that kind of thing, here you go. This is the movie. This is the movie for you to do whatever you need to do with it. Anyway, great movie. Great movie. Fantastic. Definitely adding this to the list of things list of ones to buy. Supplements. New interview with Shindo, whom I wonder he must have died. He must have died probably sometime after 2012. Oh, he lived to be 100. Wow. Okay, yeah, because he said he was 91 when he did the interview, I think back in 2004, 2003, whenever this came out. Yeah, 2004. Or 2003, I think it said. So yeah, so he was 91. And so it's cool to know that he lived to be 100, yeah. So yeah, he just, it's a really great interview. He just basically more or less talks about, all different kinds of aspects, and he really stands by it, even though critics at the time really couldn't stand it because of all the sex and the horror and all that. and he just in the end he just kind of praises Criterion for releasing it in a new format so that people can enjoy it today, such as myself, you know. And yeah, so it's a great interview, and Shindo seems like a really humble guy. You know, he seems like he's a very humanistic guy, and obviously he says that he really enjoys filming sex or talking about that, but it's not about the lust. It is about, you know, because it is a human nature thing, and that I could kind of get behind what he was saying. And none of the sex scenes are very lustful, really. It is very much a humanistic kind of thing. So I could get behind it. Where unlike something like The Night Porter or Unbearable Lightness of Being, or probably our future sex movies like In the Realm of the Senses or Blue is the Warmest Color or Antichrist. Of course, I don't even know if Antichrist is even actually about sex. This happens to be part of the sex thing. Sorry, I was just checking. In the Realm of the Senses is 466, so we've got a long ways to go, thank God. Anyway, so, what else? Oh, and then there's a 37-minute black and white color short film, which was shows the making of Onibaba. It was shot by with the camera of Kei Sato, who played Hachi, and it just shows this little making of them, showing building sets and working, you know, like just shots of like the land and traveling and all that. Very, very neat little thing. It's completely silent, so I put on some music and just check out the making of Onibaba, basically. And then there's the trailer, which Criterion credits as being slightly incomplete. I guess there's some bits that are missing. The titles are missing, which is weird. So it's just random scenes of the movie. It plays like random scenes from the movie. And yeah, that's about it. So yeah, so great movie. Definitely buying it. Hey, Onibaba. So yeah, so you can tell obviously we're looking a little different because it's a later review. Had a busy morning, so I had to do this later in the day, and this is like the only place that I had some decent lighting. I was gonna go out to the old room, but I figured out camera looks okay here, so here we go. But yeah, so that's it for today. What else can I tell you? Oh, for those of you who aren't aware, you better get your butt to Barnes & Noble because the Criterion sale is happening. Yay! Break out your wallets and spend your money because it's here. It is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Jeez, what was funny is I went to Barnes & Noble last night, and they had none of the movies I'm looking for, so I had to order. I ordered a bunch of them. I ordered Tunes of Glory, I ordered Pepe Le Moco, I ordered Ikiru, which I guess I thought that the Blu-ray was coming out in December, but I guess it's coming out November 24th, I think, just in time before the sale's over. Sale's over on November 30th, so it'll be here before the sale, and so that'll be great. And by Brackage and Anthology. So I'll get those four. I'll be broke, but now I gotta order Onibaba because this one's great. Although I think I saw it. I'm not sure. I might have seen it at the store. I just didn't know if it was good or not. But now I know it's good, so I gotta get it. So hey, right on. Anyway, so the sale's on. Buy it. Let me know what you get. Maybe I'll do a little special video, or I'll showcase them. Probably showcase them as I get them. So. Anyway, so that's it for me today. Let's see. As predicted, I'm not going to be able to do another review today, but we'll be able to do one on Saturday, and that will be Clouseau's Le Corbeau, the Raven. And then next week we got Salvatore Giuliano, Salvatore Giuliano, and Three Women. Wait, what's the order? I forget the order now. Yeah, no. Scenes from Marriage is after. Scenes from Marriage, then Three Women, and then I got the disc, the Testament of Dr. Mabuse. Like I said, it's on Hulu, so we'll be able to watch it there. And then and that'll be next week, and then Salvatore, that'll be all next week. So yeah, and then the week after that, we'll get Story of Floating Weeds, The Floating Weeds, Stray Dog, Tin Drum, and the Leopards, which I'll have to probably put in order. Probably put a hold on them now. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't kill soldiers and throw them in pits. Don't have sex with your neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor. And don't scare your daughter-in-law into staying away from the neighbor if she's having sex with them. So there. And don't chase your daughter-in-law because you might or might not fall into a pit and to your death. Anyways, yeah, those are some good morals. Thank you for watching. That's it for me today, and we will see you on Saturday for Le Corbeau. I'm gonna learn how to say that. Anyway, until then.